kickball fans? Welcome back to the first episode of NKA tonight. We have a very special edition. We're going into the playoffs. So we are actually going to get the captains of the higher seeded teams. So that is Luke Grenice of the Seattle Bulls and Kyle Borneman of the Los Angeles Legends. First, we're going to talk about this big Bulls game. Bulls are actually technically defending champions in this league. And what I think is so dynamic about them is their roster. They're such like a super team, if you will. They have powerful players. They have 2 5-stars on their team, 2 4-stars, and a bunch of 3-stars. And I think that makes up for a lot, and that they are one of the better ranked teams in the league, and if not one of the greatest teams of all time from coming back last year after their fold in 2001. And here with me, I have captain of the Seattle Bulls, Luke Grenice. Hey, Luke, how are you, man?
Yeah, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well, thanks, man. So, with this upcoming game and this upcoming draft coming, what has been your main focus, the draft or the playoff game?
Well, obviously we're looking to make a big playoff push this year. Obviously, we got a great team. We were undefeated up until the playoffs, of course. So we're obviously looking to make a big playoff run this year. But as well, you got to look to the future. Obviously, we got to have a good push this year, but I'm also a little concerned for the draft. But as long as we can make a good push this year, and hopefully we can see who's staying, who's going. Obviously don't want to see any of them go, but we got to do what's best for the team, obviously.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you guys have such a rivalry with this Tampa Bay team. Do you think that is going to correlate into this game and make it a lot more fun to play in?
Oh, 100%. Obviously last year's finals, it was a heck of a battle. It was really probably the biggest rivalry in the league now. I think the tension is definitely rising between the two teams, and I think it's going to be a great matchup.
Yeah, I definitely got to agree with you. Now, what player do you think will surprise the fans the most that is not a 5-star player? So anyone that's a 4-star and below, who do you think is going to surprise everyone?
So we talking including the Legends, the Seawolves, and all teams, or just mine?
Actually, just throughout the Seattle Bulls organization.
Okay. So, obviously, like you were mentioning before, we got a very well-rounded roster. I think we could see huge performances from Biamonte, Avanzado, maybe Fusey. There's a bunch of guys on this team I could see stepping up. Grenius as well. I could definitely see huge performances from all of them. Mainly Biamonte, Avanzado, and Grenius. I think they're all solid players. I think they'll have a great run this year.
All right, man, do you think that this Tampa team, is it going to be a tough game for you guys? Be honest with me.
Well, I think you can go by how we've been performing, how they've been performing, and our matchups against each other. I feel we are the better team, but we're not going to, we're not going to get too confident with it. Obviously, we're going to be confident going into the game, but, there's no messing around. We're going to play our best. Obviously, no mercy, and we think we definitely have a very good shot to win that game.
All right, Luke, thank you so much. And fans, that was captain of the Seattle Bulls, Luke Grenice, with me. Luke, have a great night, man.
You as well. Thank you.
Yep. Now, fans, coming up next, we're going to actually have captain of the Los Angeles Legends, Kyle Borneman. But first, I want to talk about this upcoming matchup with the Seattle Bulls and Tampa Bay Seawolves and what to expect. Personally, 2 players that I think are going to step up for the Bulls is going to, actually 3 players I really think is going to be Biamonte, Grenius, and then Avanzado. And I think that Biamonte is going to show that he should be a higher than a 3-star in this league. And then for the Seawolves, I really think that they're going to get a big step up from their captain. And I think that that's huge for them. Now, with this Legends game coming up, I think that they're going to need a lot of talent, and they have a lot of talent, including their captain, Kyle Borneman, and he joins me now. Hey, Kyle, how are you, man?
Oh, what's up, man? How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. With this game coming up, this next matchup, what is your mentality going into this?
To be honest with you, Titans, it's probably the whole Legends organization, it's our least hated. It's our most hated, team in the whole league. We had some issues versing them earlier on in the season with, them, cheating a little bit and some rules that just didn't go our way that should have went our way and missed calls and all of that. So I think we are definitely the better team. Their players aren't that great. I don't even think they have a 5-star. I think we definitely have a strong chance going to this, but we got to stay positive, not let anything get in our way.
Yeah, I definitely got to agree with you there. No time off for you guys. I will be at that game announcing it for you guys, and I'm very excited to watch. You guys have such a rivalry built up with them, and it's very exciting watching you guys play them day in and day out. And I'm very excited to see what you can do as an individual. What do you think you have to do to step up and win a game for this great organization of Los Angeles?
So actually this season I improved much more than last season. I got myself up to a 5-star tier, my team, like Tim Fair, Nick Fair, they have been improving this season, and I'm pretty impressed by them. So it's definitely going to be a team effort to win this. We all got to play to the best of our abilities, and we could pull off this win.
Yeah, definitely got to agree with you there that you guys are so well-rounded and you've developed so much in this league. Now, who do you think is going to be the biggest threat on their team?
Personally, I'm going with Aiden Story. I think he just got put as the captain for New England, so he's great. Actually, we were looking into him, trying to get him on our team. He get on base basically every time. Pitching is just it has some movement. It's just, he's a great player, man. And, that's the one that we're mainly feared about. And the other two are just average, or 3, And, mainly Aiden Story there. Nick McGuire, pretty good player. Brady Madden, pretty good player, but they don't scare me as much.
You guys have a lot to live up to in this great city of Los Angeles. 3 teams have already made it to the final from this great city. The finals, sorry. One of them being the NWBL's very own Hollywood Bombers, another one being the Los Angeles Dodgers of the MLB, and the last one being the Los Angeles Lakers of the NBA. Do you guys think you guys could be the 4th team to make it to the finals and potentially be the 3rd team then to pull one out and win?
I'm definitely praying for that. I want to get into the group of, LA, want to get to the top. Yeah, get to the history of LA, make it to the top in the finals. I hope we could take it home even. But I'm not trying to ask for too much right now. Let's just try to get past first round.
All right, definitely. I definitely got to agree with you. And I just want to say thank you for your time. Fans, that was Kyle Borneman, captain of the Los Angeles Legends. Thanks for joining me, Kyle.
You're welcome, everyone. Have a great day.
You too. Fans, with these upcoming matchups, you can tell the captains stayed humble and are very excited for these matchups, as I know I am myself. And we have the NWBL's very own Brian Avanzato playing in these NKA games. That's something exciting for NWBL fans, which I think will draw a lot of attention to these games coming up, and they'll get some extra viewership from you wiffle ball fans. Now, kickball fans, on a second note, Nate Robinson has recently bought out the NKA for $55 million, and that is a huge deal for the NKA. He's going to be a part-time owner with the NWBL, with Larry Johnson, and that's huge for this league. Big step up. And on no other news to report, we got our draft coming up the day after the playoffs, and I don't know. There's no other news to report, guys. Have a great night, and as always, stay safe.